Hi, I'm Kim. Welcome to the Michigan Conservative Roundtable. I have TJ on the right and Mac on the left. What I want to talk to you today is about the executive order that Gretchen Whitmer put out for healthcare personnel that we must all take implicit bias training. Okay, what is implicit bias training? You know, that's the first thing.
Yeah.
And it refers to the attitudes or strategies that affect our understanding, actions, and decisions in the unconscious manner. So it's on our unconscious.
Okay.
It's our unconscious thinking, supposedly. Well, when I started researching this, implicit basis is actually part of the dark psychology training.
Okay. All right.
Which is controlling people,
Right.
manipulation, and stuff like that. There's critics to it. There's really serious criticism to this kind of training. Some people say that it actually causes more problems than good. Actually, Psychology Today says that it's misguided and unlikely to be effective. It was actually supported by Hillary Clinton in one of her election campaigns back during the election time. She was pushing that. It's being widely used on our college campuses nowadays. And this is probably some of what they are saying in Psychology Today said, that is why we're seeing speech is considered violence. If you do the wrong thing, you can be ostracized, and in this bias, implicit bias training, that's one of the things they say to do.
Well, what they do is they compel you to attend some sort of sensitivity training.
Well, that's essentially
Essentially what
Yeah.
implicit bias, but it's more mind control or brainwashing than actually the old-fashioned sensitivity training, which is to me of a great concern. The thing is that it's considered the retraining of the brain, is what they said. Now, do you really want your brain retrained? I don't.
Well, the scary thing is, if it gets to the point where it becomes mandatory, then what you've got is nothing different than communist re-education camps.
Yes,
Right.
and it is mandatory.
This is not a camp. You come and go as you're getting paid to go there. So it seems like it's something I got to do.
Re-education camp light.
Yeah,
You know.
that's exactly
Right.
what it is.
And it has been mandatory now for all healthcare professionals. We are going to have to undertake this training if we want to keep our license,
Right.
according to her executive order, which has great concerns to me. The things are, that I look at are, what are the cost of this? What's the cost to the companies of this? It's going to cost a company probably at least $6,000 to initiate this training. Are they going to have the companies do it, or are they going to put it on to the healthcare professionals to provide their own training?
Well, what I see is, and you can compare it to the whole surgical mask thing. You do it or you lose your license.
That's exactly what she's saying.
Or we pull your permit.
Right.
Well, when is the day going to come when you're going to get videotaped to keep your license in your business, that you have to make a confession that you were innately racist because of your skin color and your culture? And I confess that I am guilty of blah, 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 whatever the case may be, whatever they say. Today it's going to be based on racial,
Right.
skin color and skin color. Like I said, it presupposes that because you are white, you are therefore a racist. And you can't be a racist if you're black because you don't have the power. I don't know what it was when we had a black president, a black attorney general, a black surgeon general, yada, yada, yada. I don't know what that was. That seems pretty powerful to me. Attorney general and president are pretty powerful offices. But it presupposes that you're a racist. When will you have to confess that you supported Trump and that makes you a person worthy of punishment?
Yeah. The thing is that it also costs a lot of money. right now our colleges and our companies have spent on the average of $8 billion the last few years on implicit bias. My question is where is this money going? And what companies are related to this? And if we really want to get into it, what are the politics of the companies that are teaching these courses?
And who are the beneficiaries of these courses ultimately?
Right, and the money, the big money. Follow the money. Where's the money going? Because this to me is brainwashing, and to me this is the liberals going to the healthcare professionals and saying, we're going to change your ideas. Mm-hmm. We're going to make you understand that you have white privilege, because I listened to a tape today by a company that supported this. That's what they're trying to teach white people, they said, is that we are privileged.
Right.
I listened to him talk about what was going on in healthcare, why the blacks were being discriminated against. But it didn't make sense to me, because he used a woman that the statistics that black women die earlier of breast cancer than white women and have a more aggressive type of breast cancer. Well, if that's the truth, that's genetics.
Right.
How is that have anything to do with
Well,
racial
I
bias?
suppose they would make the argument that if you don't have as much money, you don't get treated as early.
Yeah. But he was saying, no, that they get a more aggressive kind than white women, and therefore that was racial bias. I'm thinking, how is that racial bias?
They also get sickle cell anemia, which few white people do. Is that racially biased too?
Genetics, lifestyle, all of that affect all of our health care. And it's not...
How about being angry all the time? What does that do to your body over the course of time?
Stress. Yeah. Does a lot of stress, which actually does bad
Damages
things to your body.
Right.
Correct. So, in my mind, this order is totally a democratic order to try to control the way we think.
Well, and this is nothing new. This is just a different vehicle to get to the same goal.
Yeah.
Right.
Luckily, I'll be retiring in a few years, so maybe I won't have to have this, okay? Because I have a real problem with someone trying to control my brain.
Maybe it's you have to confess your white privilege before you get a driver's license next, or what have you.
Where does it stop? Where does it stop? And is this an experiment to see how much they can control our brains?
Well, this has kind of been going on for I'll say a long time now. Mac and I worked at a company, and I'm going to say like 20 years ago, how they made every single department attend some, I don't know what it was called, but I started doing my little rant of, this is I looked at it as the forerunners of re-education.
Well, yeah, it was at that time. I believe it wasn't only on racial lines, but it was on sexual harassment. That because you're a man, you are going to sexually harass, or you have, and you've gotten away with it up till now, and now you're going to get taught.
Yeah, it was. They really stressed.
Never done any of it.
Gender issue and everything, but I feel like the saying. They keep moving the goalpost. It's gender. It's race. It's this. Gender, race, transgender, this, that. You have to comply with every position of theirs on these.
It's what totalitarian communist demands. You can't control people unless you have total control of people.
Well, see, here's my thing is, we sat and heard for months, oh, we honor our healthcare workers. Our healthcare workers are heroes. Now our governor is saying we are racist, we're biased.
Right.
I'm sorry, we were never your heroes, Whitmer.
Right.
And you're a liar, and I'm tired of it.
I've lost a lot of respect for people who call themselves heroes. First off, that makes me sick. If you're a hero, other people will tell you you're a hero. You don't have to do dancing through the hospital videos telling everyone what a hero you are. It's like the phrase, and I said this and every woman in my family agreed with it, that if you're a strong, independent woman, you never have to say, I'm a strong, independent woman.
Right.
It's obvious to people.
why were we hearing all those commercials all the time? It made me sick, and I'm a nurse,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Made me sick. It was like, I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
I'm doing my job. But the other thought I was thinking is, why do you want us to think we're a hero?
Right.
Because maybe you're not doing the right job and you're not doing things right, and that if you say good things about us, that you won't talk about what we saw.
Yeah, or we're envious of the other guy who's, the guy who runs into a burning building and takes people out. Well, they're a hero, which they obviously are. But they're getting all the credit, and I'm saving lives. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't.
Yeah. The whole thing was just overblown, and the thing is that this, compared to what she was saying before, is a total turnaround, and is a total slap in the face to all nurses and all healthcare workers.
I couldn't agree more.
Okay, anything else?
That's up for me.
Okay, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me. Thank you.